Hello, and thanks for being with me. As you can see, I'm back on the boat. Love this boat. I really do. I love when you guys are with me, and I really enjoy the time we get to spend together. It's means a lot to me, and I hope you guys get something from this content. And I think it's a time for me to reflect and share some of the things I've learned over my life, and then learn and share my everyday experiences with people. And that's kind of what today's about. I have a lot of comments about people, Alan, tell me your portfolio, and I want to know all the coins you have, and I want to do what you do. That's not your gig. That's my gig. You need to do your thing, right? So I don't want everybody to, have the same portfolio. That being said, somebody asked me, I want a really cheap coin, and they emailed me, and I was like, well, okay, well, I put out there a few that are, pennies, and they're like, no. I want like the Bitcoin home run coin. And I thought to myself, you mean like 0.00 something coin? Like, I'm thinking, do you know, like, that's probably once in a lifetime thing? I hope not, but I mean, that's crazy what Bitcoin did, guys. I mean, I think when it was, don't check my math on this, but when it was first started, it started like 0.0008, and then it went to $69,000. I think it multiplied 80 something million times to that number. Now I'm sure it's still multiplied 30 million to 25 grand or whatever it is today. I like that kind of multiplication. I'm like, okay, well, that's going to be a little difficult to come up with. Boy, don't ask for something simple like, which 5 coins would you in the top 10 would you pick? So I thought, well, that'd be kind of fun. Let me really dig through it and really kind of go through it. And I'm a big fan of CoinGecko. That's the site I like the most. So I played around in that for a little bit. But it matched up with a coin in which I have quite a bit of not deep knowledge, but I've heard about it for a long time. Full disclosure here, I don't own any of it, and I should really look into that. And that's what this video is about. And that coin is a coin called Stronghold. Many of you already know about it. I know you get it, who they're working with, but I'm just going to frost over the top about how it came into my life, how I learned about it. Oh gosh, 6, 8, 9 months ago now, I want to say. I have a very good friend of mine, a friend of the show. His name is Simon. You probably have seen an interview that my son and I did with Simon. He sent me a document that had pages upon pages of graphs and charts, and 4 or 5 of these charts and graph pages were all about what IBM is doing and what IBM's doing in the crypto space in the background. If you guys don't know, with virtual reality, virtual trading, and virtual banking is massive. They're playing in the biology sphere, they're playing in technical sphere, they're playing in the digital sphere. They're crazy what IBM is doing. They are, not everybody politically cares much for who they are and what they do, and I understand that. But I did a video quite a while back, and that was talking about there's different players. I've done this in many videos, but there's different players on different side of the elite team. IBM happens to be one of the strongholds of, I'm going to say, the side of the WEF. By the way, there's teams on the WEF. There's not just one ideal there, believe it or not. I did an XLM video, a Stellar Limit video about exactly that. That team is really into Stellar now, XLM coin, and they're connected heavily with IBM. They're connected with Mr. Microsoft, and they're heavily connected with the Clintons and a bunch of other people that, at the top, they really promote that sort of technology based upon through IBM's work. It's not the only thing IBM does. IBM does thousands of other things, but there is a link there to that organization and that side of the WEF group. I don't want to get too detailed. I'm just trying to give you an overview of what I've already kind of covered in another video, but it's so important that you understand the players involved. It is a coin. Yeah, it's a coin. I believe it. I should know that. I don't, and I apologize. I'm not sure if it runs on its own blockchain. I should know that one. Bleep bloop that down below, and we'll figure that out together. It is a big player. It's a big player. Ripple's invested into it, as we all know. It's in a situation to where it's going to be part of transactions globally. There are so many small coins now that are getting promoted or brought to the forefront to the public, and people are starting to understand who they are, the players behind, and these are small cap, tiny coins that people can invest in. They don't have any volume. Their volume is zilch, none. They have been as high as, I want to say, 4 cents. No, they never got to a penny, I don't believe. Yeah, 4/100ths of a penny, I believe, is as high as they got. And the amazing thing about that is when it shot up to that point, it's a perfect, those of you who know Elliott wave trading out there, where they're at right now, because they shot up to the point in which they're down for the year. I looked it up, they're down 99%. So virtually they're zero compared to what they were a year ago. That's really good for you and I. However, they are up like 365,000% over their original offering. So it's not like you're getting it at the bottom, but you are in a really good place because their current price is 0.0004, I believe. Yes, that coin right now is an opportunity. If you're looking for something under a penny and they have great connections and they know what they're doing, they know where they're headed, they have partnerships, they have, like I said, Ripple have purchased into them. They are working directly with the likes of XLM. They're working with the likes of IBM. They're working on payment rails that are literally $10 to $20 trillion a quarter. It's amazing the kind of money that they move around. They don't do it personally, but they're kind of what they do is they specialize in little tweaks or little specific individual private markets, and that's really their niche, and they're going to work on that. But they're working with the big cats, and they're trying to take a coin or a concept of crypto, and they're moving it into a theory, which is a completely new aspect. That's what IBM does. That's who they are. They're taking technologies, which is a baseline blockchain, if you will, in layman's terms. They're taking it from that level and they're going virtual with it. That's where it's all headed. That's where the whole enchilada is going to end up one day. It's clear as day to me. Many people know way more about it technically than I do. I'm just telling you that I am the kind of person that sees the market. I see where it's going. I understand Elliott waves. If you throw their chart up on a chart and you look at it and understand the Elliott wave process, you're at a very good time to purchase. I'm not giving purchase advice. I'm not telling you to buy the coin. I'm asking you to look into the coin. I'm saying that their future looks really bright. If you were so inclined to purchase a coin that was under a penny, it's one that I would put near the top of a list that, again, I don't own. I am considering it, but I have yet to purchase any of it. And I do believe it will be a project that many one day will look back and say, wow, they were a big player in what happened in the future success of companies like Ripple and coins like XLM and XRP. And we know that all those people behind the scenes are so important to you and I and our future, because they're building the new roadmap in which the world is going to run on. And we love those people for their hard work and their effort and their education process that they do with everyone to teach us all better money, safer money, more honest money, and money that you and I can hold and own in our own wallets and fulfill all our banking or use case needs for any monetary use that we would need in our future lives, but yet in total control of it instead of giving it to banks and their control. And being your own bank is a huge part of what we do on the show. We love it. We love the concept of where it's all going, and it's going to revolutionize everybody's lives. And it's going to be commonplace one day, and it's going to be safe and secure on everybody's phone. It's going there. These are the kind of people that are helping that happen. I didn't necessarily mean to make a promotional video about these people. I just think they're doing great things for all of mankind going forward, and they may be something you might be interested in. With that, if you like this kind of content, I love you guys so much. Please post down below the comments. We read them all. We try and interact with as many of them as possible. And my son and I will try and comment back with you guys. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. We love you. We also have a Patreon channel if you would like to do more and get more personal with my son and I and my wife. We do share more of our lives and our lives together, and we share more in your stories as much as our stories, and how our family, our Patreon family, grows as a community. We share each other's lives together, and it's a really fun place to be, and you might want to check that out. With that, I am out. I love you all. You know, every time I sit down to do a video, I think to myself, you're just not really very good at this whole thing, are you, Alan? No. You maybe ought to take some lessons or something. Like learn how to speak English for starters. You can't even what is that? Is that English? Is that American? You barely speak American, my friend. Okay. Take a lesson. You have to clean it up. Do some studio stuff or something, professionally done, and wear a tie or something. No, we're not. No, I don't see that happening. No, that ain't gonna happen. Love y'all.